In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most compassionate, we welcome you all. At the end of the electoral day, we thank very much sons and daughters of Egypt, and especially the voters who took much of their time to participate in this process and face the weather difficulties and other ones as winter has come in, to be able to express their opinions in belief of the importance of their opinion and in shaping the future of our beloved homeland. Thank you very much to the Egyptian woman, the pioneer, the leader, for its participation again in yet another voting process. We will update you on what happened today. We have received 13 complaints from parties, including from the and we have looked into all of the complaints, and we have informed the concerned parties of the outcome of the investigation of these complaints. So we've accepted some of them and rejected the others, and we are making the process easier for parties and their representatives. We also here have received 80 complaints, 42 from overcrowding, and we investigated these complaints, and we instructed the heads of the polling stations there to facilitate the process. 13 of them of these complaints proved to be incorrect. There were 12 complaints from representatives of candidates, 5 concerning the delay of opening the polling stations, and we overcame that complaint, and we've allowed all media personnel to monitor the process. We also received 5 complaints regarding alleged briberies, and 3 concerning and we've investigated them. Many of them proved to be incorrect. From Giza we had 9 complaints, from Minya 19, from Asyut 6, from Sohag 6, from Luxor 15, from Aswan 12, from Behaira 9 complaints. Concerning the complaints from 18 years to 30 years old, we received 25 complaints. From 31 to 40 years of age, 14 complaints. From 41 to 50 years of age, 52 complaints. From 51 to 60 years, 50 complaints, and over 60 years we received 3 complaints. 71 complaints came from males and 9 from females. Now we will follow the process in some of the governorates. Councillor Sharif Al-Aqbi from Giza, please update us on the situation where you are. Go ahead, Councillor.
Yes,
good evening. Well, at the end of the first day of voting, the secondary polling stations totaling 571, most of them saw a complete order, and we've had to, especially in Ayat, to extend voting hours due to overcrowding. We have received some complaints in some constituencies, in Talbiya, Al-Umraniya, and the 6th of October in Giza, concerning directing the voters and buying out voters. And we have followed with the Ministry of Interior these complaints, so we will continue to allow voters to cast their ballots even after 9 p.m. Councillor Osama Al-Qadi in Al-Minya Governorate, please update us on the situation where you are. Well, here we have 5 main polling stations 489 secondary stations. We have had a good turnout in most constituencies, especially in Deir Mawas and in Beni Abeid, in Abu Khas, and also in the city of Minya itself. So do you have specific incidents derailing the voting process? No, we don't have that, but we had some incidents outside of the secondary polling stations as some people were caught directing voters or attempting to bribe them, and we informed the Interior Ministry about these incidents to take the necessary measures. Thank you very much, sir, and we will be following up with you until you close out all the polling stations under your supervision. Councillor Abdel Nasser Al-Tayyib, the head of the Electoral Committee in the Governorate of Sohag. Good evening. Update us, please, sir. Well, we have only one main polling station where the electoral process is taking place, and 55 secondary polling stations. Overall, everything is orderly. We have a good turnout, and we have asked concerned judges and administrative personnel to enable each and every voter to cast their ballots. And we were also detained there was detainment for some persons who attempted to bribe robberies, financial briberies. And again, we informed the Ministry of Interior and the public prosecution about these incidents. We will continue to open our polling stations until the last voter is enabled to cast his or her vote. Councillor Abdel Rahim Abdel Malik in the Governorate of Luxor, please update us, sir. Good evening. Thank God here in Luxor everything is working in a fine manner. We have 6 incidents here. They didn't have a big effect on the process, and we will take all legal measures concerning these incidents. And we also here will extend voting hours to enable the last voter to cast his or her ballot. We have a lot of complaints in Isna, and because there's a very high turnout there. Yes, we are following the situation there, and we have added more judges and administrative personnel there. Councillor Ihab Abu Bakr in the Governorate of Aswan, the head of the committee, the electoral committee there. Good evening. Please update us on the situation in Aswan, sir. Microphone, please. Go ahead, sir. You can. Okay. Councillor Muhammad Abdul Azim in Al Bahira Governorate. Do you, sir, update us, please? Good evening. Well, we are following the closure of all polling stations here in Al Bahira. We have 4 polling stations in Kum Hamada and in other areas, and we will extend the voting hours to enable the last voter to cast his or her ballot. We have 2 incidents outside the polling stations, 2 violations, and we've informed the Interior Ministry about that, and we're coordinating with them, and the public prosecution has also been informed. Thank you, sir, very much, and we'll be following up with you until you close all polling stations where you are, especially in Hosh Hisa, where there is a high voter turnout and where there are complaints there, and we will enable them. We want to enable all citizens, all would-be voters, to cast their ballots. Many thanks, sir. Councillor Ihab Khalafallah from Aswan, the head of the electoral committee there. Okay. So have we adjusted the sound situation where you are, sir? Okay, you can go ahead, sir, now. Okay, we will be following up the electoral process until the final polling station is closed and the security personnel receives the voting cards, and we will enable each and every voter to cast his or her ballot. And the hotline for the National Electoral Authority for complaints is 19826. 19826. That's the hotline for complaints. Many thanks to all of you, and we'll have a press conference at noon tomorrow to inform you on all the details of the electoral process from the very opening hour till we close all stations.
Dear viewers, that was a press conference from the National Election Authority as Councillor Benderi, the Executive Director of the National Election Authority, indeed hailed the participation of women in the elections, and he also updated us on the latest concerning the voting process in the rerun of the first phase of the House of Representatives elections.
عزيزتي المواطنة،
عزيزي المواطن،
ما تسيبوش صوتكم يضيع.
صوتكم مش ورقة،